Hi, Chedak. Thank you so much for being here today with me. I know that we first connected at Chelsea Juice, which is a smoothie store right by where I live in Hell's Kitchen. Love the smoothies and acai bowls over there. I think I was wearing scrubs that day and we got to talking about healing and you noticed my scrubs and that led to this beautiful conversation we had. And we talked about how you're a Tibetan practitioner who incorporates principles from Ayurvedic medicine into your practice. Super interesting to me. And I'm just so grateful that you're able to sit with me today. And I'm so excited to learn from you now and to continue to learn from you. So thank you again for being here.
Most welcome. We can help for each other and also knowledge we have to share to each other. First, I will give you a little bit introduction about the Tibetan medicine, what it is. Basically, Tibetan medicine is a long history, like more than 2,000 years. And it's they have our own experience by our ancestor. We learn through what each step by step, like for our energy, that they're saying like for energy balance in your body. So our body is formed by five or four elements, and also like this is also coming from this 4 or 5 elements disorder, and we also treat this disease through the elements we balancing. So they have a 3 energy in Tibetan called Lung, Tipa, Peken, and in translate we say the Lung is a motion, like in our motion, the movement, and bile in the heat, some body heat controlling, and the flame that is called potency. So the most of our water levels like in our body.
Yeah, excellent. So it sounds like there's some imbalance within the body, and that comes in the form of like your physical body with these 3 elements being out of balance, which leads to some sort of pathology. And in addition to that, there's the mind that, even in Western medicine as a psychiatrist, we separate, physical body and mind being more, we think of psychiatrists like myself who, take care of mental health conditions. And so what would be some treatments for the person who's struggling emotionally, mentally, and what imbalances might that be related to?
So basically, the mental problem, like mental issues, so who have patient like mental issue. So the treatment we basically the man we handle this issue. So first we need our love and compassion. So love and compassion is the basic medicine for the people who have mental problem. So the doctors who they handle this patient, so they give a lot of to empathy or something energy like compassion energy. So we can help for the 24 hours. So like that. So in the Tibetan medicine, first we like a patient who come here, we give like the mental calmness. So they have a lot of methods to how to make a mental calmness in Tibetan medicine. So first we giving a lot of like some teachings. They have like how do your mental positivity, and people who have like too much of the 3 poisons. They have one is attachment, too much attachment, and too much of delusions or habit, and too much of ignorance. So these 3 poisons, the people who don't know the knowledge of this knowledge, so they are confused and they don't know they misunderstanding something like. So we have like a Tibetan medicine in the Buddhist philosophy. They have some like meditations, and also like we giving like some exercise, breathing exercise. So breathing exercise also helpful for the inside the body energy. Like we have so-called Tibetan medicine called Lung. It's a movement energy. I was told you before. So movement energy. So too much of stress, they have some point in our body. These points are too much pain. Like I will show you this special. They have some like a therapy. So we have to show this patient points are too much of pain. So we have first press, and then they know his especially the chakra like a heart point, and they have like this because of he keep like too much of like secret things inside. Problems are inside, then his energies are disturbed. Outside movement energy.
I see. So I'm familiar with the chakras. Coming from being Indian and in that background, I've heard of chakras and chakra meditations. And you mentioned this like energy that flows within you, and then energy being stuck in one particular,
place.
And then you use like a physical exam where you can identify this one point, there's tension here, which indicates maybe a buildup of energy. And then you would use different treatment modalities. So tell me a little bit about once you identify that there's a point of energy stagnation or buildup that's leading to illness, what are the methods of healing based on where you're finding that specific point?
First, we ask the case history, what happened, and what they have panic attacks, something like this, panic attack, how they can happen. So then we have to observe the physically. So physically, for example, like this here, chakra 1 is here. So we point out this chakra like this. We cross our nose into backside, and also our 2 air point, and also cross here. They have a cross point. So this cross point also we to press. So if you have too much of stress, then they have this cross also pain start. And also we have this too. This they have like a hole. This also pain start. Then most thing is, and we bend here the first cervical point here, like these are ribs, like this bone also like swelling coming. The most important thing is here. They have a one to independent fold 6 and 7 point. This is very related to the mental problem. So serious problem. If you have a serious problem, then we touch the point the 6 7. They have just make a sound like too much pain, uncontrolled. So this we have to relate to the lung. More Tibetan medicine say lung is energy movement. So these energies are more these chakras. So these chakras are blocked or stuck. So your mental or heart functions are also irregular.
I see. So the lung is that energy and it's stuck somewhere. And you said these specific points 6 and 7 when you press those points, and that's somewhere in your cervical spine.
Yeah.
Okay. So those 2 points 6 and 7, they would have pain if you were to touch there.
More pain, like too much pain, like unbearable.
I see. And then how would you, is it for any mental like condition, or is it more specific for like really severe anxiety? Like you mentioned panic attacks being one, depression. Are there different mental conditions that are separated?
Basically, they're most related to the patient who have long-term illness like mental. Like they have a disorder for the lung disorder.
Okay, interesting.
So lung disorder means lung is the energy who have a movement of all our body. They can control all our body. So this kind of energy is disturbed. So they have no different like a specific like anxiety or depression. All kind of mental related.
I see. Okay. So yes, we have like the DSM-5 in Western medicine, and we separate things into categories. So it's a little bit broader in the conceptualization, but there is some sort of mental dysfunction. And once you've identified it, I know you brought some things here to show us. Once you've identified that there is a mental health condition and there's a problem there, what do you do to treat it?
So, and we are just like not like a Western medicine. So we don't have a machine. We are not dependent on the machine, and basically we use our sense. We use our sixth sense. Okay. So first we read the nerves. Patient read the nerves, and we know the energy. Wow. And the second thing is also we analyze the urine. So urine we analyze, then body temperature we notice.
Oh,
So which body temperature, too much heat temperature increase or excess, or too much cold potency disorder or not. So we know this urine analysis. So the nerves we analyzes the patient energy and how his long life, longevity of life, and whether he have a serious case or not.
I see. So what would you look at within like the urine that you collect?
So urine, they have a lot of particles we have to read. First, we color reading and bubble reading and the evaporation reading and smell readings, and they have a lot of things. And inside they have particle also. Some like particle like cloudy, how much they cloudy or how much they not cloudy, and they have a lot of things like in the urine. Also, they know in the detail in deep level we know the if some patient who have our medication not effect, so we have to like read the urine and then know the outside energies are disturbing. And also like for example like people who have bad luck, you know, like sometimes good bad news coming.
Yeah.
So he have a disease coming also together. So that time not for the medications, so he have to do good things. I mean, the love and compassion is only the medicine for health, for the depression or anxiety, whatever. So, not for the doctor's duty, not 100% of the doctor duty. So, patient also have a 50% duty himself. So he have to do like good things for benefit for the sentient being and more giving love and compassion. So automatically his positive energies are gaining and increasing and increasing, and he feel more confident and gaining a lot of energy, so he treat easily.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to try reflecting on what you said. So it's almost as though the practice of love and compassion and learning that maybe if you observe someone's urine, there's certain physical appearances that you can notice. You're not running a test on it or anything. Like in Western medicine, we would get a urine analysis or, that will tell us like the specific gravity, the pH, certain, measurable quantitative units to look at this urine and say you have X, Y, and Z, which isn't the same as how you're appreciating it. But it gives you certain information about the energy of the person and what might be helpful for them, whether that's through medicine, like these different ones you brought in, and also through their own duty of practicing love and compassion. What do you or rather, how do you instruct people to practice love and compassion? How can people become better at that?
So we encourage for the person who have from some like enjoying the environment, like in scenery park. So we have to appreciate, go to the environment, enjoy to the your this beautiful views and beautiful environment. Then also we also give like this in construct environment, and also we teach the diet also effect.
Diet, okay.
Diet is very important because of physical symptoms are coming because of disturb of energy. I told you before, imbalance of energy. So the diet also affect for the body. So we give too much of diet to diet consultations. So don't eat this too much things because your energy is level like this high level. So you have to reduce the energy. So you stop this to stop this diet kind of things. For example, like coffee or something like that. So then second, first we environment, and second we diet. Then we give like medications, some like meditation, like mental or calmness or meditations. We also instruct meditations to, and giving like more. You have to positive activities, positive thinkings, whatever they need.
Yeah.
Then third level medication. We first, second, third. So medication. So medication we give like a supplementary, like Tibetan herbal supplementary to manage the energy.
Yeah. So you brought one here.
Yeah, this is one kind of like a tea, tea. So you have to drink this tea. Then the energies are your balancing your energy. Then you have a more helpful for the your body physical energy. Physicals are more calmness coming. and also like so much of points are they have a symptom, so we have to point out the chakras like I explained before.
Yeah.
So we have to like a therapy.
So this is long T, and it, like you mentioned, long is the energy that flows within each of us. In Tibetan medicine, if it's stagnant in one area, then you might have some sort of disease process
Yes.
or something that needs to be healed or you want to be healed. So that is amazing. It says for calming and relaxing effect on this box too. So I can imagine that that'll help under times of stress. So what you actually said that you do and the approach you take to help with some of these mental health conditions isn't really all that different than what I would do as a psychiatrist and practicing Western medicine. We have this psychosocial formulation, which essentially just means we look at the patient holistically through these different lenses of their biology, which is simply put just their like genetics and their genetic vulnerability for certain diseases, their psychology, which is their certain defense mechanisms that they might have developed based off of, we talked about attachment, but certain attachments that you form to caregivers, and we might look at it through an attachment lens. Or when we think of psychology, we also think of cognitive distortions or these thoughts that are negative and this negative cycle of thoughts that we might build insight for the patient and help them recognize that thought pattern and process. And then we look at social factors too, certain environmental things. You mentioned this like kind of negative energy that's external, which could be perceived in many forms, right? Energy is part of everything. Perhaps there's a person in your life who is more negative and is making you feel more negative. So this idea that there's the external world, your internal world, they work in a continuum and influence one another is also super important in Western medicine. And, the first thing might be therapy, talk therapy, building insight. And then the second piece, usually for me at least as a practitioner, is going to the medicine approach and trying something that might help with some of those difficult emotions if we can't change the environment. So with that being said, we have this other medicine that you use.
Yes.
Zati Dukpa. Yeah, tell us a little bit about this one.
So this is the one kind of therapy we use in the chakra, especially the mental or lung disorder.
Okay.
So they have this you smell, yeah. This
smells like herbs.
Herbs. So these herbs, collected the herbs, and we use this oil also, and little bit like oil. This make a little bit warm. Then I told you before like this chakra. Then we point out this, all the chakras point out, like especially the 6 and 7 and this cervical first point, and this point, and they also like they have 2 points here backside also, and they have 5 points.
Okay.
And second, third, they have our cervical 6 and 7. The 7 points we press this. Okay. So they can also relieve for your energies are moving and balancing energy. Then automatically you feel like more relaxed, and they also help for the sleep.
Okay. So this one smells to me like cloves. I'm smelling some like cloves and different herbs or spices.
Yes.
It's very lovely. I want to read this on the back. Sorig Zati Dupka is formulated in accordance with Tibetan science of healing. It is used to apply hot compress on long points as directed in the leaflet. It helps to relieve sudden fainting, stiffness of the limbs, giddiness, hallucination, palpitation, insomnia, and tinnitus. Okay, very interesting. Okay, I actually had an Ayurvedic massage in India when I went in March, and they had that oil.
Yeah, oil
that they
in the
dripped
floor, yeah.
right here. It was very, very relaxing. I ended up feeling quite nice afterwards. So yeah, okay. So then you would use this for more of the massage. This one.
Yes.
Okay, similar. It sounds like, right? You use it with a heat compress and. Used to help with similar ailments, it seems like, but it's a lotion. It's more like a lotion. I smell that. It's less potent. Very good. And then this last one.
And this last one is for especially the stress relief incense.
Okay, so it's incense.
Yeah.
Do you light this throughout your clinic?
So yeah, I will use this because some person don't want to eat medications. They have a complaint. I don't want to eat medications.
Okay.
So we have find so many method. We have to find the method to the help for the energy imbalancing. So people who are refuse the medications, so they need some like relief for the mental or for the sleep help. They need sleep. So this incense burn, then automatically the incense inside incense all the herbal things to help for the energy. So this if like a smoke's coming, so smokes are inhaling to your nose, automatically they are going inside.
So it's not ingested, but it's inhaled, and that
Yes.
still has benefit. In this fast degenerating era, people tend to become short-sighted and indulge in unhealthy excess of mental and physical activity. Improper eating and sleeping habits, sexual misconduct or excess, which results in the disturbing of lung energy. R-L-U-N-G.
Lung.
Lung,
Yeah.
okay. A disturbance of lung. It's spelled differently. The other one was L-O-O-N-G, but same thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
same thing.
This stress incense is specifically formulated as per Tibetan ancient aroma formulation text. You might help me say this.
Tantra, fourth tantra. Gyushi.
Gyushi.
Gyushi is a fourth tantra, the basic Tibetan medical text.
Ah, okay. And it's
Fundamental Tibetan medical text, yeah.
In the 7th century to balance this vital energy, the lung energy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Amazing. So we have different modalities that we would use to help based on what the patient's preference is. And like I said, it's very similar in certain ways, depending on how you conceptualize it. And so I also wanted to mention this book, which you'd recommended to me. I'm starting to read this. What do you think are some big takeaways from this text, which is, conceived and introduced by His Holiness the Dalai Lama himself? What are some main points in terms of mental health that you think are important?
Especially the developed country have more issue for the mental problems are coming. Every year the mental problems are increasing. Especially the more city or more developed environment have more issues, like as compared to the remote area.
Yeah.
So because of the same people and different problems are coming, because of one person stay in the remote area, they have a less mental issues. Physicals are more problem in the undeveloped or some environment like village. And the other side, the city and high developed for materialistic developed here, they have no physical issues, but they have more mental issues. So His Holiness vision is like in this world, they have a further like more developing like the scientific developing in outside. So the people are crazy for the mind, like more mental issues are coming more and more because of challenging. Because people needs are unlimited, and I told you the first thing, the people are too much of attachment.
Yeah. I love that message, and I started reading this book. I haven't gotten through all of it yet, and it's already had so much wisdom, and even just the first few pages of reading it. So I'm looking forward to getting through all of it. And the whole premise of this podcast is connecting through our similarities while maintaining individuality and appreciating one another for how we're all similarly unique, as the name implies. So finding ways that we can connect. And
Yes.
It's been a loneliness crisis, so it's even more important now than it ever has been to practice love, compassion, empathy, and gratitude. Thank you so much, Shadak, for being here with me today. I really
Most welcome.
appreciate it.